Welcome back to another video. I'm your nerdy bearded buddy, and today we are talking about S.O.L, S.O.L, Search of Light. Search of Light was published by Fire Nut Games and developed by Trigger the Monster. It's available for PS5, PS4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and Microsoft Windows. So just for reference, I'm reviewing this copy on PS5, and so far it runs pretty well. I haven't run into any considerable snags in my journey. Search of Light is a steampunk dark fantasy setting adventure, and the combination of resource management and narrative mechanics. The player will get into the story from the perspective of the Foreigner, the enigmatic character who must ascend through the levels of the underground to reveal the mystery hidden on the surface, and must do it relying solely on his ingenuity and the help of domestic robots that still work as assistants for remaining inhabitants of the underground. The adventure begins in an abandoned village in an underground environment where the Foreigner discovers his ability to reactivate the mechanical elements to protect the village from the enemies. To progress in the adventure, the player will have to explore the dark environment outside the village to get new items that will allow him to empower the features of the village, improving weapons and defenses against the enemies that attack every night. In this way, he will be discovering the story until reaching the surface. Now, I really like this game. Is it perfect? No, but is it a cool little creative indie game? Definitely, I would say. Now, I really like the aspect of building up your village through the use of the crystals you get. I don't really know what to call them. But the thing is with these crystals, they also act as your HP, so you have to be vigilant on how you're using them because you have to use these crystals as like a currency to upgrade certain things, but then again, it's also your health. I really like the environment here and the world building and the atmosphere and the music. It felt different and otherworldly, a little bit creepy at the same time. The graphics here were really pretty and it felt like a lot of care was put into them, which was really nice. The graphics feel simple yet effective. I also really liked the mystery and intrigue in the story. It's nothing that you must go out and play right now, but it held my attention well throughout the game. I loved how they made this game their own style and incorporated gameplay mechanics that I can't recall seeing used in a game recently, so in that aspect it feels really fresh to play through. Combat, however, felt weak in my opinion. Just tap a button and smack enemies and little numbers come off them. That's it. There's no hit effects, no weight to the combat. It felt very unsatisfying. However, the tower defense style here, and upgrading the village so it withstands attacks every night, this is where the game shines, and I think the developers did a really good job here with this aspect. The management system, in my opinion, was nice and easy to use, and it was simple enough that it was entertaining and had some thought behind it, but not overwhelming at the same time. It was a happy medium here. But yeah, just going back to the melee combat, I wish the developers had left this out of the game because it kind of took me out of the experience. It kind of, just let us explore and manage the village and do tower defense combat. The puzzles here, while interesting, kind of annoyed me somewhat. Every time you press L1 when prompted to start puzzles, they reset every time, so everything around you had just moved is back to normal. And like I get why it happens in some instances, but for the most part it really annoyed me because I wanted them to stay in place until I had to move them. To re-enter puzzle solving mode felt very tedious because it was just constantly resetting on me, and like I didn't want it to reset. Also, with the puzzles, it's easy to block yourself and soft lock yourself in the game if you misstep or if you want to look beyond and haven't solved some of the puzzles and pieces and they're just laying everywhere. If you fall between some of those, there is no way to get back to the puzzle or to the beginning where you can start moving things around. So you have to actually exit the depth, they called it, or the level, and restart pretty much, which is that took me out of the experience as well. I also like the variety in levels and things. I like that you can choose to do puzzles or, choose to upgrade certain things. I really liked it. So there's a lot to like here, but it's also let down by some of those aspects that I mentioned. If you like supporting indie games, I think this would be an indie game to definitely support if you have some extra cash or it's on sale. So yeah, I would say it's not a must play. You don't have to. You're not going to miss out on everything in life, if you don't play it straight away. But if you see it and you have some money to buy it, then yeah, definitely. Alright guys, that's my thoughts and impressions on Search of Light. Have you played the game? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.